Hey guys, welcome to another one of our videos. I'm the one. This is the Proton.
Hello.
We're going back to a juice review, but it's going to be from another range from e-smokeless.co.uk. The guy there is named John. He's a very nice guy. He sends us letters every time. So hello, John.
Hello, John.
Yeah, he does take the time to, obviously, because he cares about his juice reviews, and we're quite happy to do them for him. Today is a
Professional as always.
A menthol sensation.
It's HS Menthol Sensation. HS is Hangsen's premium range. This 15ml bottle will cost you £4.50 from e-smokeless.co.uk, or a 30ml bottle will cost you £5.99, which is very good. The HS again is their premium range, but John actually charges the same price at the minute for his HS as well as his normal Hangsen. So take advantage of that whilst you can, because I would imagine one day it's going up.
Yeah.
John did actually write us a letter after our last review, and he did specify basically the letter that says he's trying to give us as much information as he can on liquids. They are an 80-20 PG/VG, because we said we was unsure as to the ratio, but Hangsen themselves do say that the ratio will depend on the blend. They will tailor the blend, so it will be around, say, 20 VG to 30 VG.
But they do say their max is 70-30, so it's normally between 70-30 to 80-20. So there we go.
Predominantly APG mix.
Yeah. That's
what we wanted to know. Thank you very much. Like I say, today, HS Menthol Sensation. We've got this in, well, an A7 on the Vamo and a Zeus on the Vamo, which is basically the same thing. I'm running on a 1.9 ohm coil, around 4.5 volts.
I've got a 1.7 ohm, about 4.2.
There you go. So from similar vaping experience. So what we're going to do, we've primed it, we're going to have a couple of puffs, and we're going to tell you what we think.
Yes, I'm going to let Mr. Brown go first. I just wanted to say thank you again to John for sending these through free of charge, obviously, but it will not change our review. We do give an honest review every time, sort of thing. We don't really care if you don't like our review. We give it to you honestly every time.
Indeed. So, my initial impression of this juice, I actually quite like this juice. Me and Will had a little discussion before, and it doesn't say whether it's meant to be sort of a tobacco menthol sensation or just a menthol sensation. Either way, I'm quite happy because it's quite nice. It's definitely a menthol, but it's not like an overbearing menthol. You definitely get a nice menthol punch and you get a little cool throat. But to me, on the tongue, immediately, peppermint. Tastes like an extra strong mint on your tongue, and then a menthol in the back. It's actually quite pleasant, this juice.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm getting, like I say, we don't know if this is a tobacco menthol, but definitely getting the peppermint on my tongue. I'm definitely getting the menthol sensation in and out. But for me, there's like an undertone flavour, which I'm not really sure what they've put in there. But to me, I'm getting a slight, after I smoked a tobacco flavour, which we did previously do for John, there was like this on my tongue, you know, and I'm still kind of getting that slightly, but it's very mild undertone of something.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like other juice reviews we've done where for another company where it's been unpleasant. It's kind of just like a, it's a question as to whether it's tobacco menthol or not. John, maybe you can clear that up for us. Maybe comment if you can. But it doesn't immediately go, that's a tobacco menthol. It's just kind of like a very subtle undertone, quite like a full body of something.
Of stuff.
Either way, I like it.
Yeah,
so it's quite
whatever
nice.
it's doing, it's doing something to me and go, it's not horrible. And I hate tobacco flavours, I really do. So for this, if it is a tobacco undertone, perfect for me.
Yeah.
If it's something else, still perfect.
I mean, my immediate impression of this isn't a tobacco at all. I don't know if it's meant to be, in which case if it's meant to be and you're after a tobacco menthol, this might not be the tobacco menthol you expect, but it is a very, very pleasant menthol. It is, to me, it's just like
menthol sensation.
It is a menthol sensation. It just, to me, I'll be honest with you, it to me tastes like vaping an extra strong mint.
I think that what could be the undertone is like the powderiness we're getting off the peppermint here, more than anything. So that could be what it was. So because we're definitely getting a peppermint taste off of this. So
we recently did a review on a peppermint flavour from another company, and I have to say, compared to this, that doesn't taste like peppermint. It had a very mild undertone, but it is just like vaping a strong mint for me. Anyway, I don't know, but
no, it is. It tastes like, if you, I'm assuming, if you're from the UK, you get the extra strong mints. They're about that big. They're very powdery and they're very strong. Hence the name extra strong mints. But yeah, it's definitely that kind of pepperminty I'm getting.
to me the flavour is almost the same as chewing one of them strong mints. It's actually really like palate cleansing. This liquid, very very nice. I'm going to give this an out of 10. We've been doing sort of out of 10s for what we think of them and then for what they are supposed to taste like. Since it's menthol sensation, what it's supposed to taste like is a menthol sensation. It definitely does taste like a menthol sensation. It's a 10. It tastes very mentally, very sensationally.
Yeah.
But basically, extra strong mint is what you want to think of. Chew one, that's what this tastes like. In terms of what it is for me, I'm going to give this liquid a 9. I actually am quite enjoying this, and as a sort of palate cleansing liquid.
He's not a menthol user predominantly. So.
No, I do enjoy menthols, but I typically tend to get them, put them in and go, because it's just literally like, I don't need to vape it more than once. I vape it once and I can still taste it an hour later because my throat's freezing cold, whereas this is actually a very nice all-round menthol. I'd like this, I think after dinner or something like that, this would be really nice, but I could do this all day.
Like an after dinner mint.
After dinner mint sensation.
But yeah, for me it is, for what it's meant to taste like and how I like it. For me, I like it quite a lot. I love my menthols. I mean, I'm not predominantly a menthol user, but when I do get menthol, I don't care if it's strong or medium. I love a menthol every now and then. I even knock up some fruity menthols and that for myself quite a lot. So I quite like a menthol, and for this is hitting the spot. It's very, very nice. It's very clean. It's a very nice aftertaste of peppermint. Like I say, to me, I'm getting a menthol sensation. So yeah, it's a 10. For what it's meant to taste like, I'm going to go a little bit higher. It's about a 9.5 for me because there is a slight peppermint in there, which is a mint sensation, menthol-ish. So yeah,
you've gone the wrong around. I gave it a 10 for what it's meant to taste like, but a 9 for me.
Well, I've done it the other way around.
Oh right, okay. Well, your 9 for what it's meant to taste like.
Yeah, I think it could be a little bit more.
It doesn't help that there's no
menthol, but I like a strong menthol. So for me, for what it's meant to taste like, it could be a little bit more of a punch to it. It really could have a little bit more. It's not unpleasant.
But you can take a lot of menthol.
Yeah, I can take a lot of menthol.
I can't.
For everybody else out there, it's probably going to be a lovely menthol. I do want to point that out, but for me, I would like a little bit more menthol and a little bit less of the peppermint sensation and more of a than anything else. But yeah, it's really nice. I still give it a 10 for how I like it. But for what it's meant to taste, a menthol sensation, I'd expect a little bit more of a punch to it. So
I think I'll probably agree. I would have expected more of a menthol punch for it, but I am pleasantly surprised that it isn't trying to rip my throat out.
Yeah.
With menthol, it's just I am quite susceptible to the menthols, and this is a strong menthol. It's not a weak menthol. I can still feel it in my throat. My throat's cool, but it's not a case of like I can't vape that because it is so mentholy. And we have got some of those menthols.
Yes.
This for me is lovely. Vapor. Well, overall, my overall for this is 9.5. It's 9 for me and a 10 in general, so it's a 9.5. Vapor off this is actually really good. Seeing as this is at best a 70-30 mix PG/VG, so vapor off it is actually really good. As we know, guys, vapor will be dependent on liquid and PG concentrate, but some of these 70-30s and 80-20s have been surprising us recently, and this is similar to that because the vapor of it isn't thin, it's very thick. All round, nice liquid, this one. John, thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
Should point out very quickly, John did say to us that he is dealing with Hangsen directly. They delivered to him and stuff. So his liquids are going to have branding on them from him, which is nice. It's always nice to know exactly where it comes from without having to do any research and going, I don't know where it's from with the invoice. And also he did say his bottles will be getting the needle tops as well. I do want to point out though, even though they're not needle tops, these bottles have got lovely, I can't autofocus, there we go. No, that'll do. They've got lovely thin tops, even thinner than some of the better bottles that I've used. So for priming carters, these are lovely, and in general I do prefer this. Even
to getting into like your big Genesis style tanks where you take the screw out, that's really lovely.
We've got some bottles that we have to syringe up and use bottle needle nose tops, and with these you're not going to have to do that because they're lovely and narrow and they get slightly wider. So definitely thumbs up for that. Thank you very much, guys. This has been HS Menthol Sensation liquid review. Feel free to have a look at our other videos if you want to. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can do. It's worm and then a big N, capital N, proton. And our Facebook page is.
It is a worm and, which is the ampersand, the symbol for and, proton dash chasing the perfect vape.
We'll link those both for you down here. We'll also make sure you can link to e-smokers if you want to, and we'll stick it up there as well, just because we
can. And the juice over here,
somewhere over that way. Right, this is us, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Mr. Proton. This has been the Worm. See you soon.